Is the minimum wage requirement a good requirement? Is it just? The scriptures say in Proverbs 11:1, "A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight." Does the Lord delight in the minimum wage requirement? The one thing you have to remember is that when the civil government seeks to impose a minimum wage, they are taking control of the money of private citizens and requiring them to pay people a certain amount. This is not just. In Matthew chapter 20, you may remember the parable of the laborers. There's a vineyard owner who hires various laborers, and he hires them at a different rate. If you know the story, he hires some in the morning and some in the afternoon. When the day is over, he pays them all the same thing. Some of the early laborers complain to him and say, we've borne the brunt of the heat of the day, we've done all this work, why have you paid those people who've worked only a few hours the same as you've paid us? And in the parable, the man says this, "Friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst not thou agree with me for a denarius?" If a laborer agrees to a certain amount for his labor, the only role the civil government should have is to ensure that that contract is honored, that that laborer is paid what that owner or business owner promised to pay. For the civil government to force an employee to pay a certain amount is not just. The scripture says that the laborer's appetite works for him. When the civil government starts to raise the minimum wage, business owners will be forced to either hire illegal laborers or refuse new hires. Raising the minimum wage is not only unjust, it doesn't even help new jobs be created, because business owners will be forced, if the minimum wage is above what they can profitably afford, to not hire anybody else. Sometimes people will tell you that we should support the minimum wage out of a spirit of goodwill or charity for others, but corrupting the weights and measures of the money supply is not just, and it won't help anyone. Biblically, we need to work hard, we need to pay what we tell people we'll pay them, and we need to seek to be free from any government intervention.